All right, cool. Hello. Oh, boy. All right. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Phillies taking on the San Diego Padres in the finale of their three-game series at Petco Park. And then they go home, and they'll be taking on the Miami Marlins in what's going to be another big series for sure. But before we get to that series, first the Phillies have to try to win today. The most important thing is that you have to get runs on the board, and the pitching has to do its job. Yesterday they didn't really have any offense whatsoever, only 3 hits and 1 error and no runs whatsoever. They got shut out by the San Diego Padres, and they also gave up 8 runs as far as their pitching goes. So you have to right the ship today and just come out on top. It's a brand new day. I think personally that they were pretty lethargic last night. I thought that they were really tired and didn't really show a whole lot of discipline at the plate, and Nick Castellanos pretty much summed that up. I mean, only saw 5 pitches in 4 at-bats and grounded into 3 double plays. Absolutely abysmal and cannot happen again. So, and then Rob Thompson, I mean, say what you want. He's been having an up-and-down season, but yesterday I thought that he waited a little bit too long to take out Michael Lorenzen. Not having anybody warming up in the bullpen with bases loaded, and it's 3-0, and you're down, and you're trying to stay involved with the game. That also kind of sends a message to the rest of the, to the rest of the team that we're gonna need more and more offense, because Lorenzen is struggling out there, and he has to be better. But Thompson just wasn't. He was just sticking with his guns, and actually, fortunately, it was only 7 runs that Lorenzen gave up. It could have been 11 or 12. So, anyhow, but it's a brand new day, and that's why there's 162 games in the season, because you're going to have hiccups and you're going to have some really bad days. And yes, okay. So last night was really bad, says Apple Attack. Hope the offense is awake today, and hopefully that they're ready to go. What's going on, Sandra? What is up, Linda? Everybody from Rising Rhinos chat. What's up, Jacqueline? What's up, Jiva Newts? Hi, guys. Hello. Hello to everybody. Let's take a sip of coffee. Cheers. Better. Cool. Awesome stuff. Yeah. I mean, like, what else? What else can you really say? Okay, Trey Turner's on the paternity list, and hopefully he'll be back soon. Congratulations to him and his wife on having another child, and Beckham is going to have a sibling, so that's really nice for sure. Phillies are 76-62, and when you take a look at the wild card standings, well, it's getting really close now. The Chicago Cubs are a game and a half behind the Phillies, and they're probably going to go up to a game today because they're already beating the San Francisco Giants by a score of 7-2. They're in the bottom of the 7th right now. So the Cubs are 1.5 games behind them, and the Reds are 4.5 games behind the Phillies. And the Marlins, it's getting pretty close. Marlins are a half game behind the Reds. Diamondbacks are a game behind the Reds and a half game behind the Marlins, and then the Giants are 2 games behind the Cincinnati Reds. So, and the Padres are starting to knock on the door a little bit, so they're 6.5 games out of that last wild card spot too. But anyhow, Phillies are hoping to try to just take care of the series today. Zach Wheeler is going to be on the mound going up against Michael Wacha, who's had a really good season for sure. He's actually 11-2. He's 32 years old with a 2.85 ERA this season and 96 strikeouts. And the one thing about him, especially in the last outing when he went 6 innings, allowed 2 earned runs, and had 6 strikeouts, it just seemed like he was in total control of his pitches and didn't really keep a lot of pitches up in the zone. He's the type of pitcher that if he keeps the ball down, he'll have a lot of success. Now, how did the Phillies try to make him throw more pitches? Well, you just have to have a lot of discipline. So if he's getting ahead in the counts, that's not really going to be a recipe for success with the Phillies hitting, because they're just going to have to take more pitches and they're going to have to make some solid contact. And not guess on a lot of pitches. So, anyhow, the lineup tonight will be, or this afternoon, I should say, is Kyle Schwarber, Alec Boehm, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, Bryson Stott, JT Realmuto, Brandon Marsh, Edmundo Sosa, and Jay Cave. Waka has 96 Ks and 107 1/3 of an inning this season. And he's only allowed 35 walks, which is actually pretty impressive. In his last outing, he gave up 2 walks. The outing before that, he gave up 5, but that was a high for him. So, once again, it's Schwarber, Boehm, Harper, Castellanos, Stott, Realmuto, Marsh, Sosa, and Cave. Schwarber's DHing this afternoon. There's Rob Thompson. The weather, well, it's 80 degrees. Feels like it's 88. The winds are blowing northwest at 9 miles per hour. But the wind speed is at 20. Padres in the regular pinstripes with the dark brown letters on the front and the back and the gold stitching. First pitch underway. Here it is. It's outside for a ball by Michael Wacha. It was at 92 miles per hour. Phillies, on the other hand, well, they're in their Thursday afternoon away uniforms with the red Phillies logo. The 1-0, that's outside for ball 2. Also the red letters on the front and the white letters on the back and the white jersey numbers too. The 2-0 pitch. That's at the knees for a called strike. Kyle is 4 for 14 lifetime against Michael Wacha with 2 homers and 4 RBI. The 2-1 pitch, swinging a towering fly ball, hit out to deep center field. Grisham looks up. It is long gone. That went really far. His 3rd leadoff home run within his last 5 games. And it's his 41st of the season, and the Phillies start off the afternoon with a bang. It was a fastball right down the middle, and Kyle Schwarber was just able to golf that thing out to dead center field, into the bushes. Here's Alec Boehm. He goes the opposite way. That's it out to right center field. That's going back to the track, and it just goes over the head of Grisham, over the wall, and it's a ground rule double. So the Phillies with 2 extra base hits on back-to-back pitches so far, and they're making some noise as if yesterday did not happen. They got shut out 8-0 last night, and it's a brand new day for Philadelphia. Just hit it out towards the alleyway. The wind was blowing that, and you can tell that the wind is definitely playing a factor so far in this game. As far as Zach Wheeler is concerned, well, he has to keep the ball in the ballpark. There we go. That was crushed. All right, here's Bryce Harper. Boehm leads off at second base. First pitch to Bryce. Outside and high was a curveball at 73. So Wacha tends to throw a lot of curveballs. Of course, he has the fastball and the slider, too. That slider has been a really nice pitch that he's been able to locate and do a much better job at this season. Ruben Nebula has been able to work with him on that. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Harper batting .293 with 15 homers, 55 runs batted in. Phillies already lead it 1-0. Boehm leads off at second base. And the 1-1, it's low, a changeup at 82. Forgot to talk about that pitch as well. The defensive lineup for the Padres this afternoon will be Sanchez behind the plate. On the bump is Michael Wacha. And then from third to first, you got Batten. You got Bogarts. And then at second base, it'll be Ha-Seong Kim. And the first baseman is Garrett Cooper. The 2-1 swing and a miss. Excuse me. It was on a changeup. There we go, man. Let's get to 20, man. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper. Those sunglasses look so nice. And he calls for time. From corners in the outfield, both corners in left field, you got Juan Soto. Tatis Jr.'s in right field, and in between the both of them is Trent Grisham. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Harper. The pitch. Swinging a foul ball on a fastball at 93 miles per hour, right behind home plate. Kyle Schwarber with 10 leadoff home runs this season. That's now the franchise record. It was previously set by Jimmy Rollins. Back in 2007, he had 9. 2-2 is the count to Harper. Wacha kicks, steals. It's upstairs. Another 4-seamer. Unfortunately for the Phillies last night, they not only did they get shut out, but they also broke their home run streak and their multi-home run consecutive game streak. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball it out to left field. It's going into foul territory, and it'll go into the stands. What a catch that was by that fan. He had to reach all the way back just to catch that thing. And battle the sun, too. 7 pitches in this at-bat. Harper against Wacha. Wacha, the former St. Louis Cardinal, is on the mound for the Padres. The 3-2 pitch, a sinker that's just fouled off. Wacha, over his last 2 outings, has gone 11 1/3 of an inning and has allowed 6 earned runs, 2 homers, and 11 strikeouts. Bohm leads off at second base. Nobody out. The payoff pitch to Bryce inside, and Harper will walk over to first base. All 3 men for the Phillies have gotten on in the first inning so far. They have runners at first and second and lead it 1-0 with nobody out. And there's Nick Castellanos. Wacha in the month of August actually went 15 2/3 of an inning, only allowed 5 earned runs, and at a 2.87 ERA. Now, granted, his first outing was on August 15th. The pitch to Castellanos. Grounder hit over to third base. The throw over the second. It's not in time to get Bryce Harper. It was a rocket. Nice play by Batten as he had to make a diving stop over at third base and threw it over to second, but Harper was just hustling. So that should just be a fielder's choice, but the bases are going to be loaded. Bob Melvin thinking about challenging this, but then calls it off. Hit really sharply, and Harper just got his foot in there. That was a really nice call by Pat Hoberg, the second base umpire. And Bryson Stott comes up with the bases loaded. So Harper's at second. Castellanos is at first, and Bohm's at third. Stott will take a fastball at 92 miles per hour for a called strike. This season with the bases loaded, he is 3 for 9 with 8 RBI. Is looking for his first grand slam. The 0-1 pitch, swinging a fly ball, hit out to deep right field. And on the run is Tatis Jr., and they'll make the catch. Tagging up is Bohm, and he'll come on in. But Tatis Jr. makes a really good throw. I beg your pardon, and Bohm will stay put over at third base. That was a really good throw by Tatis Jr. I thought that maybe Bohm was going to test his arm. Again, it's really hard when you're not able to see what's going on off the camera. So it's just a fly out to right field. It was deep, but it was not deep enough. Base is still loaded with 1 out. Here's JT Realmuto, who had the night off last night. First pitch by Wacha. Grounder. It's foul towards the third base side. And it goes towards the dugout. The ball is 1 strike to JT, and the pitch that's in the dirt for ball 1. The last time that Wacha faced the Phillies was a little bit of time ago. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1, that's inside for ball 2. It was back in 2020 on September 16th. He went 4 innings, allowed 1 earned run, was able to beat the Phillies by a score of 5-4. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Fouled off again. What's up, Oh? How we doing, man? Thanks for coming on here. JT batting .255 on the season. Starting to put some good at-bats together. The 2-2, just up high. It was a changeup at 81 that just missed its spot. And the count is now full. In 420 at-bats, he has 107 hits, JT, with 17 homers and 53 runs batted in. The payoff pitch popped up. It's fouled, though, just behind home plate. And that's going to find the seats. He's also played in 117 games. So he's stayed healthy, the 32-year-old from Del City, Oklahoma. He's 3 for 17 against the Padres this season. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss on a 4-seamer right down Broad Street. Then he strikes out, and Michael Wacha gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. Nothing too fancy with the 4-seamer, but JT was certainly late and just missed it. So there's 2 away in the top of the first, and that'll bring up Brandon Marsh. Phillies have sent 6 batters up so far, and here's Marsh, who's batting in the 7th spot. First pitch by Wacha. It's low. That was a changeup that ended up going into the dirt. Marsh has 9 homers and 49 runs batted in, as well as 48 runs scored. The 1-0. It's taken for a strike, a changeup at 81 miles per hour. Nestor Seja is calling the balls and the strikes behind the plate. Brian O'Nora, the first base umpire. Pat Hoberg over at second, and Tom Hanahan is over at third. Marsh is 5 for 11 with the bases loaded this season. Can he come through? The 1-1 pitch. It's popped up towards the third base side. It's slicing foul, and it goes out of play. Marsh in the month of September, he's 3 for 9 with an RBI, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Harper is over at second, is still looking for his first hit in the month of September. The 1-2, swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts, and the inning is over. The Phillies do leave the bases loaded. They do get a leadoff home run, though, from Kyle Schwarber. They lead it 1-0, and we go to the bottom of the first. Padres coming up to bat. Okay. What's going on, man? Rematch of the NLCS. Phillies came through clutch that series. Yes, they did. Kyle Schwarber was raking a lot of home runs. And Bryce Harper, unbelievable. How many pitches for who? Wacha? I don't know. How many pitches for Wacha? Wacha already has 28 pitches. Okay, there we go. Hi, JJ. What happened to my scoreboard? What do you mean what happened to my scoreboard? My scoreboard's right here. What's up, Texas Repo? Might be blurry on your end, but everything's all good. All right, we go to the bottom of the first. Padres lineup will look like this. It'll be Ha-Seong Kim over at second base. Fernando Tatis Jr. out in right field. It's nothing too different. Soto's out in left. Machado's at the DH again. And Bogarts is at shortstop. Garrett Cooper is the first baseman. And then Gary Sanchez is behind the plate. Matthew Batten is at third base, and the center fielder will be Trent Grisham. So it's the same lineup as Game 1 for the San Diego Padres. That's what Bob Melvin decides to do. And Zach Wheeler, who's on the mound for the Phillies, well, he's going to face off against the Padres right here. And it'll be a very interesting outing. He's 10-6 with a 3.62 ERA, 185 strikeouts, a 1.07 whip as well. He's allowed 30 walks and 145 hits on the season. And he'll face Ha-Seong Kim, who's wearing his sunglasses. We're in the bottom of the first. Phillies lead at 1-0. First pitch underway. It's inside, a fastball at 95 miles per hour. The main key for Wheeler today is just to try to get ahead in counts. That's something that Michael Lorenzen really struggled with last night. You want to get out in front. The pitch. Swing and a miss. This is number 28 in regards to how many games that he has pitched in this season. He's gone 164 innings. The pitch by Wheeler was a curveball that was outside and low, but Ha-Seong Kim decided to go fishing after it. What's up, JJ? I'm rooting for my Phillies this postseason. Maybe they can knock off the Braves or the Dodgers. They're going to have to knock off the Braves because there's no chance that the Dodgers are going to catch up to the Braves. Just telling you that. It's going to be really tough. There's Ha-Seong Kim, who's in 273 with 17 homers and 55 RBI. The count is 1-2. The pitch by Wheeler. Inside. At 97 miles per hour. Excuse me. There you go. You see it now, he says. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And Zach Wheeler gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. He's had 2 consecutive 10 or more strikeout games without allowing a walk. The last pitcher to do that was Cole Hamels. He did it back in 2010. And the only other pitcher to do that was Curt Schilling. So he's coming off of 2 really good performances. The pitch to Fernando Tatis Jr., that's inside for ball 1. He's hitting 265. He's homered in 2 consecutive games. Has 23 on the season. And 71 runs driven in. The pitch. It's at the knees for a called strike on a fastball at 96. OO says, please take Ben Davis's job. He's like dry toast talking. The 1-1 grounder hit sharply over to third base. Bohm has it. Charges over to first. And Harper catches it and tags the bag for out number 2. Two up, 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. And now Juan Soto is due up. Thanks, man. I appreciate the compliment. First pitch to Soto. It's at the knees at 96 miles per hour for a called strike, and he's chuckling at Nestor Seja, and it was a strike. Can't disagree on that. No, you're good. You're good, man. 2 outs, nobody on. The 0-1. It's a curveball downstairs. What's up, Beagle Lover? How you doing? Thanks for coming on here, Beagle Lover. Hello. Hi. 1-1 is the count to Juan Soto, who's batting .259 this season. The 1-1 delivery, swing and a miss at 97 miles per hour. He could not catch up to the fastball, painted on the outside corner. Soto will call for time, but now steps back into the batter's box. Phillies defense. They have JT behind the plate. And the 1-2 to Soto. It's taken down low and inside for ball 2. Over at first, you got Bryce Harper. At second, it's Bryson Stott. At third base, it's Al Bohm. And the shortstop is Edmundo Sosa. And then from left to right, it will be Cave, Marsh, and Castellanos. Machado waits in the on-deck circle. Nobody on. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. The 2-2. Little ground ball, hit back over towards the first base side. Wheeler has it, makes an underhanded toss to first, and the inning comes to an end. 1, 2, 3, go the Padres. We head to the top of the second. Phillies up 1-0, thanks to a solo homer by Kyle Schwarber. Okay, cool. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hello. Hello. What's going on, guys? My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm trying to do a little bit of a better job at giving some more insight and utilizing the iPad a little bit more, like while I'm talking and while I'm also acknowledging your comments down below too. But I hope you're all having yourselves a great day. If you are new to the channel, I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. If you love this content, please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notification bell icons too. So that way, you know when I upload. Also trying to give some more hand gestures or body language as well. Let's take a sip of coffee. We went with Dunkin' today. That was pretty good. Now we need a sip of water. Had to flush that down, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. All right, so the Phillies, they're 76-62 on the season. They're actually 35-36 on the road. So they're a game under 500 in that regard. They're looking to take the series today, and they have to. They really have to because the Cubs are playing really good baseball, and if you're the Phillies, you do not want to lose that home field advantage if you have to host a wild card series, which most likely they will. So, okay. Manny Machado is due up. I hope he's due up in the bottom of the second. I beg your pardon. Edmundo Sosa is due up in the top of the second, and the first pitch he sees is a called strike. It looked like it was a little bit inside, but not in the eyes of Seja. Sosa playing over at shortstop. Made a really nice play last night. The 0-1. It's just fouled off. Trey Turner is on the paternity list. Congratulations to him. The balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2, swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 3. That's actually 3 consecutive strikeouts in a row for Michael Wacha, dating back to that first inning. Threw a curveball right there. Certainly made Sosa look foolish as he went with a full swing. Here comes Cave. Takes that one outside. It's beer 30 where you are. Oh, boy. Is it? The bitch swinging a miss. I needed my coffee today, man. I did. I needed my coffee today. 1-1 is the count. Cave up at the plate. And he'll foul the next pitch off. It's a changeup at 80 miles per hour. In last night's game, Jake Cave ended up getting himself a base hit. He was one of only 3 guys to get on base with a hit. The 1-2, pop up, hit out to center field. Grisham doesn't have to move a whole lot, just goes over towards his left. He'll make the easy catch. That's now 4 straight batters retired in a row by Michael Wacha. Here's Kyle Schwarber, who homered for the 4th time, actually against Michael Wacha in his career. The Phillies are up 1-0, and he takes a strike on the outside corner. Oh, 0-1 is the count. The pitch. A changeup just fouled off. Schwarber just behind Mookie Betts with most leadoff home runs this season. Betts has 11, and Schwarber has 10. The 0-2. up high. His average is now at 194. That was RBI number 90. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive into right field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Tatis Jr. was able to just keep it in front of him and just able to play it on a hop. Kyle Schwarber with his second hit of the afternoon. I liked how he hit it really sharply, but wasn't necessarily looking to hit for power there. Did what he had to do. How much time off do players get for paternity leave? It's a really good question. I honestly don't know. I'm curious. If you could spot me and look that up for me, I'd be curious. First pitch to Bohm. It's way inside. Thought maybe it could have gotten a piece of the jersey, but Nestor Seja says it did not. So it's just a ball. Phillies have a 76-62 record this season. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Over his last 14 games, Bohm batting .275 with 6 doubles, 4 homers, and 10 runs batted in. His OPS is at .983 during that stretch. The pitch by Waka. It's at the knees for a called strike. Schwarber's over at first base. There's 2 outs in the top of the second. Phillies lead at 1-0. Schwarber is at first to the leadoff homer in the top of the first. The 1-2, it's low. Is Mookie a nickname for another man? Nope. That's what his actual name is. When it's October, one thing I like to call him is Spooky Mookie. Two balls, 2 strikes. To Alec Bohm. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the pitch just fouled off the end of the bat as it goes behind the plate and into the seats. Giants are down to the Cubs 8-2. They're down to their final 2 outs. Well, now they're down to their final out. Something just happened. Guardians are up 2-1. They're in the bottom of the 8th against the Minnesota Twins, who lead the AL Central. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. And Bohm goes down looking. And the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. Bottom of the second we go. At Petco Park. Phillies lead at 1-0. You looked it up. No more than 3 games. Thank you. Thank you for spotting me. Man, I appreciate that so much. If you guys come up with interesting facts, comment them down below. Because, I don't get any sort of spotters, and you guys are the color commentators, so if you are providing factual information, or if you feel like that there's a really cool stat that I haven't talked about, well, let's bring that to the cast. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who you guys are. You guys are the color commentators. You're a part of the story. That's why this medium is so rich. That's why this is so cool. And that cannot be done in traditional broadcast. So, it's great. So, Bohm strikes out looking. Go to the bottom of the second. Okay, cool stuff. How's everybody's day going so far? Did you guys have a good day at work today? Are you off of work today? What have you guys been up to? Time is it 4:39? Yeah. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I know that we have an afternoon game today, and that it is during a work day. But as more and more people come onto the chat, feel free to hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. And my Alco people, feel free to do your thing. Excuse me. We are also, I do want to mention that we are looking for more mods, okay? We need more moderators for the chat because guess what? We're growing, and I cannot be everywhere. I cannot be in the chat dealing with drama. So if people are spamming the chat, and if people are, pointing out spoilers or they're just not being respectful, we need more people to deal with that in the chat. First pitch to Machado. He takes it for a strike. He has 26 homers, 79 RBI. The 0-1, swing and a miss. His first 2 hits in the last series, or his only 2 hits, I should say, were solo homers. That was the last series against the Phillies. The 0-2 by Wheeler. It's outside. Zach only threw 13 pitches in the first inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wheeler kicks, fires, and wanted the call, but it was just a hair outside. Actually, not even a hair, maybe a whisker. Machado DHing once again. Bob Melvin has not been comfortable with having him go over to third base just yet. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Zach Wheeler. It's his second one of the day. That's the second straight inning where he has struck out the leadoff man. One with just a good 96-mile-per-hour fastball. Threw it right down the middle, and Machado, his timing was way off, and I think his head came up also a little bit. Comes Xander Bogaerts for the first time this afternoon, and he takes a sinker at 96. The odds for Zach Wheeler, according to PointsBet, to get another 10 or more strikeout game is at plus 425. The 0-1 fouled off. And I say that because he's pitched in 2 consecutive games where he has thrown 10 or more strikeouts. Nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the second. The 0-2 pitch by Wheeler. Fly ball hit out to right field. It's slicing and dicing into foul territory, and it goes out of play. Reeferman says, I'm putting in a front drive shaft in my Jeep, sweating and listening to you call the game. That's part of the story, man. It's part of the story. That's what makes baseball so cool. Lots of drama. Xander had a 4-hit game in last night's outing. Batting 276, or 272, I beg your pardon. And he fouls off the next 0-2 pitch. The other 4-hit game that he had before last night, that was against the Giants on Sunday afternoon. No balls, 2 strikes to Xander Bogaerts. Wheeler kicks, deals. It's inside on a 95-mile-per-hour sinker. The sun is shining at Petco Park. It is a gorgeous day. A little bit hot, though. It's now 82 degrees. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, that's fouled off. And Bogaerts is putting up a fight in this at-bat. Wheeler only threw 13 pitches in that first inning, and so far has 11 in this inning. 1-2 is the count. Wheeler gets the signs from JT. Kicks, fires, the pitch. Grounder, it's foul towards the third base side, and the ball girl gets over to it and honestly falls down. Took a little bit of a weird bounce as she had to play it from the side of the wall, and she just fell down. But she's all right. It gives a little souvenir to a kid that's wearing a Manny Machado jersey. 7 pitches in this at-bat between Bogaerts and Wheeler. The 1-2, grounder, hit over to shortstop, played on the hop by Sosa. He throws across the diamond, and it's in time and dug out by Bryce Harper. Good play by Bryce, and a nice play by Sosa as Wheeler wins the battle. 5 up and 5 down. Zach Wheeler has been, so far, pitching like a Cy Young. Here's Garrett Cooper, the former Marlin. And the first pitch, he laces this one out over towards the third base side. Thank goodness it's foul. Texas Repo says, I'm getting ready to make some smash burgers on the Blackstone. My stepdaughter got a job today. Woohoo! No balls, 1 strike. We'll wait to press the button after this pitch. The 0-1 to Cooper. It's outside for ball 1. That is awesome. Congratulations to your daughter. Shout out to Texas Repo's daughter, man. Congratulations on getting a job. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch just fouled off. If I may ask, you don't have to respond, but what is she doing now? What's up, David? David Rogers is on. Hello, JJ. Hello, Lindra. Or Linda and Sandra. Lindra. Oh, my gosh. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wheeler kicks, fires. It's just fouled off again. Garrett is batting .259 this season with 15 homers, 56 runs batted in, and a slugging percentage at .427. Base is empty. There's 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Phillies lead it 1-0. The 1-2 pitch to Cooper. Another foul ball. They're putting up good at-bats here in this inning. Phillies will play the Braves on Monday. They'll play a 4-game series. They play a doubleheader. First game will be at 1:05 on Monday, and the second game will be at 6:40. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, swing and a miss. Zach Wheeler throws a 96-mile-per-hour high cheeser. It was just in the zone on the upper third, and the inning comes to an end. 6 up and 6 down for Wheeler, and we go to the top of the third. There we go, man. Dallas baseball girl. What's going on, Dallas? How we doing? How are we doing? What's going on, Dallas? I love the changes of the names, by the way. That's really cool. That's really cool. You know what I'm saying? That's awesome. Good stuff. All right, let me take a sip of water, guys. All right. That's better. Texas Repo says that his daughter was hired by a garage door company working in the office. That's so awesome. Wow, good for her. Is this like her first official is it full-time? And if it is full-time, is it her first official full-time job? Because that's even more impressive, because that really is a milestone. It really is. Congratulations. Got to have the right name for the stream, my friend. I will be Dallas Hockey Girl soon. I love that. I love that. I cannot wait to get reps with hockey. I cannot wait to start getting reps with football. You know, I've gotten so many reps doing baseball and basketball because that's what I did a lot of my time at school. And I'm curious to see how football is going to go this weekend, because the only way to get better is by doing reps. And, you know, 163 games for baseball, it's a lot. But at the same time, got to take advantage of that. So we definitely started doing our prep for the Patriots game on Sunday. But tomorrow, I have like a 10-hour day tomorrow that I'm going to be devoting to just studying and creating stuff for the stream. It's going to be a long, long day because the Phillies are off. Here's Bryce Harper, clean shaven. He swings and misses at the first pitch. It's probably the last time I'll say that, because I know that we have people that did not know about that yesterday, because they're on today. The 0-1, that was fouled off. Michael Wacha out there for his third frame of work on the hill. The 0-2, Harper holds the trigger as it was up high. Another four-seamer at 92 miles per hour. One ball, 2 strikes to Harper. The pitch. Still looking for his first hit of September. And he flies this one out to left field. Soto is there and catches the can of corn for out number 1. It's going to come. It certainly will come. She's on a probationary period. Part-time right now, could lead into something full-time if she really wants it. That's awesome, man. So Castellanos is due up. The first pitch, he will take a look at that, and that's a called strike. It looked like it was just below the knees. They ruled it as a single. I forgot to mention that. His first time up, he grounded one over towards shortstop. And Harper was safe over at second base. The 0-1 is outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch to Castellanos. It's inside and low for ball two. He had a sharp shot over to third base, and Batten threw it over to second, and Harper was safe at the bag. But they ruled it as a single. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Boy, they could really use some good production from Castellanos, especially today. When he's on fire, he is on fire. But when he's cold, he is ice cold. The 2-2 by Waka. Just up high. Good take by Castellanos. There's Rob Thompson in the Phillies dugout. Has to be very satisfied with what Zach Wheeler has been able to do throughout his first 2 innings of work so far. The 3-2 pitch, fouled off. Waka with 55 pitches in 2 1/3 of an inning. Payoff pitch, outside by a hair, and Castellanos gets on with a walk. The Phillies will certainly take that. That was a really good at-bat by Nick Castellanos. He was behind in the count, and Waka was just missing his spots, and he was very patient. That's what you want to see out of Castellanos, more patience at the plate. Bryson Stott flied out in his first at-bat. It was just not deep enough to get Bohm to score. First pitch, fouled off. And Tatis Jr.'s throw to home plate was a cannon, so Bohm probably would have been dead at the plate. 0-1 is the count to Bryson Stott. The pitch, way up high. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. 1 ball, 1 strike to Bryson Stott. The pitch by Waka. It's a cutter at 88, and it's fouled off. So that makes the count now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. The pitch. Line drive over the head of the second baseman into right field for a base hit. And runners go from station to station. That puts runners over at first and second. With still 1 out in the top of the 3rd. And now JT is due up. Realmuto struck out in the first inning. And Waka already has 60 pitches. We'd love to see JT try to come through here. Castellanos leads off at second. Bryce is at first. There's 1 out in the top of the 3rd. The first pitch, that's fouled back. On the road this season, Realmuto has 4 triples, 12 homers, and 27 RBI in 60 games, along with 66 hits. The 0-1, a curveball that was way up high and inside for ball 1. And this is a guy who has been arguably over the years considered to be one of the best catchers in all of baseball. 3-time All-Star, 2-time Gold Glove winner. The 1-1, another curveball that misses inside and high again. Almost the same exact spot thrown as the previous pitch. Phillies have 5 hits on the afternoon. and they've only manufactured one run. It was on a leadoff homer by Kyle Schwarber out to dead center. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out to deep left field. The wind is carrying it. It's going back to the track, to the wall, and Soto just makes the catch right in front of the Southwest sign. 2 outs in the top of the third. Juan Soto, what a catch that was, right into the wall. I wonder if that would have went over the wall if he wasn't there. Let's see on the replay. It was a good swing by JT, but also the wind was just carrying that thing. Probably would have dropped in at the very last second, but took away an extra base hit to say the least. Blue Jays are down 2-1. Ooh, boy. So there's 2 outs in the top of the third. Real Muto flies out to left. And Brandon Marsh is coming up to the plate. They have some time called. I don't know what's going on, but there will be a conversation on the mound as Ruben Nebula comes out there. They're showing Juan Soto talking with Trent Grisham out in left center field. I don't know if there was, I don't know what it was about, but probably just on the catch that he made. I don't know. And knocked the wind out of him. That's what it was. Okay. Here comes Brandon Marsh, the first pitch. That's inside for a ball. Guess he was taken a little bit by surprise on that. With runners in scoring position this season, Marsh is hitting .342. Has an opportunity to make it a 2-0 game, at least. The 1-0 inside. Waka with 66 pitches. And this is a guy, as we talked about before, he used to play for the St. Louis Cardinals. The 2-0, that was a changeup. That was up high, but Seja calls it a strike. Was drafted in the first round of the 2012 draft from Texas A&M by the St. Louis Cardinals. He was the NLCS MVP back in 2013. The 2-1. Strike called on the outside corner. Throughout his career, he's 85-52 with a 3.95 ERA. The pitch. Fouled off. Cubs ended up winning against the San Francisco Giants as they won 8-2. So now they're just a game behind the Phillies. And if the Phillies were to lose today, they would only be half a game behind the Phillies. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Waka will take a quick step off as he looks back over to second base. And Castellanos will head back to the bag. Diamondbacks are up 6-5 at the Chase Field against the Colorado Rockies. The 2-2 pitch inside for ball 3. So the count is now full. Edmundo Sosa is in the on-deck circle, and in the hole is Jay Cave. 2 outs, 2 runners on. We're in the top of the third. Phillies up 1-0. The 3-2 pitch to Marsh. On the outside corner, called strike 3, a changeup at 81 miles per hour, and that rung up Brandon Marsh. Phillies leave runners in scoring position once again, and we go to the bottom of the third. Phillies lead it 1-0. All right, cool. I am going to take a very quick step off. I will see you very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Do not change that channel. I'll see you very soon. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, cool. All right, we are back. We're in the bottom of the third inning now. Gary Sanchez will lead things off, and he takes a fastball right down the pipe. So the count is 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch that swung on and missed for a strike. Sanchez batting .218 this season with 19 homers, 47 RBI, and he has 7 hits in his last 9 games. Did not play last night, but went 1 for 4 the night before in Game 1 of the series. The 0-2 pitch, a sweeper that's outside for ball 1. What's up, Andrew? What is up? Oh, dude, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on here. I haven't seen you in a while. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. He went around, says Nestor Seja. And that's now 7 batters retired in a row as Sanchez strikes out to start off the bottom of the third inning. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, Jess. Jess, right? I want to make sure that that's Jess. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? The pitch. It was on the outside corner, but it was called a ball to Matthew Batten, who's hitting .280. It's 2 long balls this season and 6 runs batted in. The next pitch, that's on the outside corner. One ball, 1 strike. There's Gallagher square. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. All right, so we're in the bottom of the third inning now. All right, so time is called. All right. So I want to know from you guys, okay? Comment down below. I would like to know if you were to create a 1 through 9 lineup. All-time lineup with your favorite players. Who would be at each position, and what would your lineup look like? The 1-2, that's fouled off. I'll tell you what my lineup would look like. I actually didn't do it. I'll do it during the break. I'll tell you that. I'll do it during the break, and then we'll talk about it, or I'll give you my lineup after the break. But think about it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch by Wheeler, that's outside and low. Who would your lineup, or what would your lineup look like, and where would everybody play? All-time players, all-time favorite players, any team, anybody. Wheeler comes set, kicks, deals, and it's low. So the count is now full to Matthew Batten. Pirates beat the Brewers today by a score of 5-4 at PNC Park. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the third. The 3-2 pitch popped up, hit out to shallow right field. Castellanos gets underneath it, goes over towards his left, and he'll be there to make the catch. 8 retired in a row. Actually, all 8 up, all 8 down for Zach Wheeler. Here's Trent Grisham. He's batting .203, just a little bit above the Mendoza line with 12 homers and 42 runs batted in. The pitch by Zach. It's on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. So, yeah, all-time lineup. Who would it be, and what would it look like? Where would everybody play? The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch, fouled back. I will tell you that over at third base, people would probably not like this, but I might put Nolan Arenado over at third base, guys. And it wasn't because, I wasn't around to see Mike Schmidt, because I do respect Mike Schmidt, but Nolan Arenado might be the best third baseman of all time. Actually think about it, guys. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Grisham. Swing and a miss. 9 up and 9 down for Zach Wheeler. And we go to the top of the 4th. He's been perfect so far. Phillies coming back up to bat. All right, let me take a quick break. I'm going to make my dream lineup. My Field of Dreams lineup. That's what I call it. All right, see you soon. Okay. All right. Go to the top of the 4th inning. Phillies have a 1-0 lead. Only offense for the Phillies was Kyle Schwarber's home run. They've been getting hits, but they just have not been able to do well with runners in scoring position again today. First pitch to Sosa. That's outside for a ball. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit, and Edmundo Sosa gets on with a base hit. He's been starting to see the ball really well, for sure. And he singles to start off the top of the 4th inning. Seiya Suzuki, who had a big day in last night's game, went 2 for 3 today with 2 doubles and 3 RBI. So now the Cubs are a game behind the Philadelphia Phillies for that top wild card spot. Here's Jake Cave, who fouls off the first pitch. Phillies did win the series, though, I believe, against the Cubs. Correct me if I'm wrong. So even if the regular season were to end in a tie, Phillies would have the tiebreaker. The 0-1 pitch, fouled off. 75 pitches for Michael Wacha. Hasn't been his true self, but he's gotten out some big jams. The 0-2, that's fouled off by Jay Cave. So again, the question is, all right, I want you guys to create your own starting lineup, okay? Major League starting lineup, every position, okay? And what would that look like? No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 swinging the foul tip into the glove of Gary Sanchez for strike 3, and Cave goes back to the Phillies dugout. I started doing mine during the break, but I'm still thinking a little bit more about it. It's tough. Kyle is due up. Throw back over to first. That's not in time to get Edmundo Sosa. Schwarber's 2 for 2 today with a homer and a single. 41 homers and 90 runs batted in on the season. First pitch, that's a strike, and it gets just past Sanchez. Goes over towards his left. He throws it over the second, and the throw is not in time. Sosa's able to dive in there. Just safe. So that's just a pass ball, I guess that's what you got to call it. It's not really an error. Or it looked like it was more of an error, but 0-1 is the count to Kyle. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. Wacha looks back at second, now back to the plate. The 0-1 way up high. Blue Jays Braves World Series. We need a 1992 rematch. That'd be wild. Blue Jays Phillies? No? I guess not. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch by Wacha. Upstairs again. If you are new to the channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. My name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Patriots football. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, a curveball that's just on the inside corner. Nice pitch by Wacha. A wicked curveball. And it's a called strike. This is tough, thinking about this starting lineup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Upstairs for ball 3. So that makes the count full to Kyle Schwarber. Payoff pitch. Fouled off towards the first base side. And we'll do it again. Schwarber against the Padres this season is 7 for 23. Coming into today with 4 homers and 8 RBI. Just got his 5th homer of the series. Or 5th homer of this season against the Padres. I beg your pardon. Payoff pitch. Inside, way inside, and Schwarber walks over to first base. Nice at bat once again by Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber has now drawn a walk in 4 straight games. And now Bohm is due up. He doubled, had a ground rule double back in the first inning. On the pitch right after, Schwarber hit a leadoff homer. The pitch. It's at the knees for a called strike. Michael Wacha's pitch count is going up. He has 85 pitches on the afternoon so far. First pitch started at 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time. The ball is 1 strike. Wacha kicks, fires, and it's on the inside corner at the knees. And the count is 0-2. Bowman batting .364 with runners in scoring position and has 64 runs driven in. No balls, 2 strikes to Alec. Sosa at second, Schwarber at first, and Waka looks back at second base. Nobody was there to cover the bag, but Sosa got back there without a throw. No balls, 2 strikes. Waka looks back at second again. The pitch. Grounder fouled towards the third base side. So the count is still 0-2. Man, why did I ask a tough question? Why did I ask a tough one? It's a good one, but 0-2 is the count. Waka looks back at second, now back to the plate. The pitch. Fly ball hit out to right field. It's coming in, and Tatis Jr. is able to slide and make the catch. Oh, man, it almost died out in right field, but Tatis Jr., who is pretty lightning quick, was able to just track it down and make a nice play. Sosa does go back over to second base. And Bryce Harper, he is definitely due. Still looking for his first hit in the month of September. Tom Cosgrove, who has pitched in 2 straight games, is now getting loose in the Padres' pen. Phillies lead it 1-0, but they're looking to add on more runs. First pitch to Bryce. Oh, that was up high, but it's a called strike by Seja. You've got to be kidding me. He walked in the first. That was not a strike. 0-1 is the count. The next pitch way up high and inside. One and 1 is the count to Bryce Harper. 5 seconds left on the clock. The 91st pitch, here it is. Swing and a miss. What's up, Alex? How you doing, man? Harper is hitting .317 with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position. Only 1 homer in that scenario, but 17 RBI. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Fly ball hit out to right center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way towards the wall. Sosa comes in to score. Here comes Schwarber. The relay to the plate. That's not in time. And Kyle Schwarber scores. It's a 2-run double by Bryce Harper. And that's how he gets his first hit of the month. Excellent execution at the plate for Bryce. He was 0 for his last 20 and just took a hanging breaking ball and nailed it out to right center field with a bullseye. Couldn't tell if Kyle Schwarber was going to come in or not, but he scored all the way from first base. And, of course, with 2 outs, you do have to be running, but sometimes you just can't tell. Castellanos fouls off the first pitch. He singled and also walked. Phillies are now up 3-0, and they certainly needed those insurance runs. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Line drive cut over at shortstop by Bogaerts. And the inning comes to an end. It was hit on the nose, just right at Bogaerts. The Phillies do get 2 runs, though, on a 2-run double by Bryce Harper. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Zach Wheeler coming back out there on the mound. Very, very nice. Cool. All right, let's finish this lineup. Okay, so the question that I have for you guys, okay, I want to hear what your answers are down below. If you were to create a starting lineup with your favorite players, put them at any position, what would your lineup look like and where would everybody play? I'll give you my first 6 hitters. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna just finish this out now. Let's just finish this out right now. then 9. Who do I have batting 9th? First baseman? Okay. All right. This is going to be a really weird lineup, okay? So this is my lineup that I'm going to go with. And my pitcher is Roy Halladay. He would be my number 1 pitcher. Okay? So I got Ichiro out in right field, batting leadoff. Then I got Shohei Ohtani DHing, batting second. Mike Trout hitting third. He's out in left field. Okay? And then in center field, I have Willie Mays batting cleanup. Jimmy Rollins is batting 5th, and he's my shortstop. Nolan Arenado is at third base. He's batting 6th. And then I have Chase Utley at second base, batting 7th. Here's Zach Wheeler back out on the mound. First pitch to Ha-Seong Kim. It's in there for a called strike. Batting 8th is Yogi Berra. And in the 9th spot, it's Albert Pujols. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch fouled off. So, yeah. So, it's Ichiro, Ohtani, Trout, Mays, Rollins, Arenado, Utley, Berra, and Pujols. That's my starting lineup for my all-time team. The 0-2 pitch. Check swing, ground ball towards the first base side. I would put Bo Jackson on the bench because I want somebody that is lightning quick that can provide some power on the bench. I would also put Ryan Howard on the bench too, because how can you not? But that's my starting lineup. Comment down below who your starting lineup would be. No balls, 2 strikes to Ha-Seong Kim. Wheeler comes set, kicks, fires. That's up high. That makes the count now 1-2. 5 seconds left. Wheeler delivering from the stretch. And it's fouled off again. We're still alive, right? Yeah, there we go. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No. Thought maybe you went around. PAS, how you doing, man? 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wheeler kicks, deals, and that's dribbled foul down the third base side. Does personality count? Anything, man. Anything counts. Hi, Kathy. How you doing, Kathy? Anybody. It's positionless. Okay? Positionless. But it has to make sense. The 2-2. Swing gonna miss. That's the second time this afternoon that Zach Wheeler has punched out Ha-Seong Kim. He is on a whole new level this afternoon so far. And now Fernando Tatis Jr., who grounded out to third his first time up. He wants redemption against Zach. The pitch inside for ball 1. So I'll reiterate. My lineup is Ichiro out in right field, Ohtani at DH, Trout in center, Trout in left, and Mays in center. The 1-0 pitch outside by a hair for ball 2. Then I got Rollins at shortstop, Arenado at third, Utley at second, Berra at catcher, and Pujols at first base. And that's my lineup from top to bottom. And Roy Halladay's pitching. The 2-0 pitch, fouled back. Pete Rose was on your mind? You could put him in your lineup. Totally put him in your lineup. I figured that he was on your mind. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is 2-2. Goes with 2 straight fastballs in a row. 10 up, 10 down for Zach Wheeler. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, it's low for ball 3. And that is the first 3-ball count that he's had to deal with today. Tim Hill is getting loosened up in the Padres bullpen, the left-handed pitcher. Big payoff pitch coming up. The pitch by Zach. Fly ball hit out to left field. It's carrying. Going back is Cave. It's towards the track. And he just has enough room to make the catch. 2 outs. And all 11 batters have been retired by Zach Wheeler. I think Tatis just got under it. Went with a fastball right down Broad Street. And Tatis Jr. was looking for his 3rd consecutive game where he hit a solo homer. Here's Juan Soto, and he takes a pitch just a hair off the plate again. 1 ball, no strikes to Juan Soto, who's batting .259 this season with 28 homers. The 1-0 pitch, that's at the knees for a called strike, a curveball. One ball, 1 strike. Wheeler kicks, steals the pitch, swing and a miss. A curveball that disappeared out of the strike zone like it was a magic trick. Discord server link says invalid. Oh, I gotta change that. Okay. All right, I will. I'll change that. Can't do it now, but I will have to change that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next one that's up high. Okay, let me know if that's the link in the description or if that's the link in the link tree. Because the one that's linked in the link tree is pinned at the very top. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Soto. The next pitch, check swing, did he go? Third base umpire says no. And it's now back-to-back full counts. And Soto has a little bit of a laugh. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wheeler comes set at the chest. Delivers the 3-2 pitch. It's low for ball 4. Just by a hair. It was a good pitch. So Wheeler has still not allowed a hit. But the perfect game comes to an end. Yes, the call could have gone either way. And now Manny Machado is due up. Two outs, 1 runner on. The first pitch by Wheeler, a fastball that swung on and missed. Manny struck out in the 2nd inning. So Soto is the first base runner to reach for the Padres. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1, that's low. A curveball at 82 miles per hour. Wheeler's pitch count is at 68. One ball, 1 strike for Zach Wheeler. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 1-1. Fly ball it out to right center field. It's coming in, and no one can get there. It's a bloop single. Castellanos almost bobbled it. And Soto goes over to third base. And that's the first hit of the game. It was hit in no man's land, and it dropped in. Oh, boy. Just dropped in for a hit. All right, thanks, Steven. I'll have to fix it later. I can't do it right now because I'm calling the game. Now Xander Bogaerts is due up. grounded out in the second inning. So Machado's at first, and over at third is Soto. Pitch to Xander, it's upstairs. The question was a hard one. One chat is correct. The link in the description is wrong. Okay. All right, thanks for pointing that out. 1 ball, no strikes, and the 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball at 96 miles per hour. Oh, I wanted him to get a no-hitter. Bogarts, with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, is hitting 190 this season. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock, and the 1-1 up high for ball 2. Two outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the next pitch, grounder, hit over towards third base. Bohm has it, charges over to first base, and the inning comes to an end. So, we were allows 2 base runners, but no damage is done. We go to the top of the 5th. Phillies up 3-zip. If you had your own team. Alex, you didn't make an answer. You didn't answer yet. Did Bryce shave his beard? Yes, he did. I said that. I said that today was going to be the last day. I pointed that out because I know that people, tune in and don't necessarily always hear it. Oh boy. All right, let me stretch. I'll be right back. See you very soon. Okay, cool. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I've been coming on here for 8.5 months, and I've been calling 76ers basketball, Flyers. Well, we haven't done any Flyers games yet, but we will be doing Flyers hockey. We're doing our first Patriots game of the season, of course, this Sunday, so that'll be really cool. And we've been doing a whole lot of Phillies baseball throughout the summer, and we're going to finish up the season, of course, with them too. Here's Tim Hill on the mound. He's 1-4. He's gone 46 games this season. Michael Wacha's afternoon is done after just allowing 3 runs. He has a 4.12 ERA, Tim Hill, that is. And he'll have to face Bryson Stott. And the first pitch he sees is a strike, a sinker. This is a guy who does a really good job when he can at just getting out in front of the counts. The 0-1, that's fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. Hill looks back at first, now back to the plate, and the sidearm pitcher throws it, and it's fouled off again. If you just subscribed to my channel, don't forget to comment who you are down below, because I would love to give you a shout out and a proper introduction to the Play-by-Play with JJ family. 0-2 is the count. The pitch up high. Stott has 148 hits coming into today, which is tied for first with Nick Castellanos. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up into left field. Soto goes over towards his left, and he'll wait for it, and he'll make the easy catch. For out number 1, CJ Lopez. What is up, man? Thanks for coming on in. Welcome on into the play-by-play with JJ family, my guy. Appreciate it. 1 out in the top of the 5th. Here's JT Realmuto, who comes up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. The pitch outside. JT did not play in last night's game. Garrett Stubbs got the start. Last night's game was at 9:40 p.m. Eastern Time. The 1-0 to JT inside for ball 2. Over his last 7 days, Realmuto was 5 for 14 with 2 solo homers and 3 strikeouts. The 2-0. Fly ball hit out to deep right center field. That's going back to the warning track. Up over the wall. It's gone. Just into the alleyway. And JT Realmuto hits another solo homer. It's his 18th home run of the season, and the Phillies get out a little bit more in front and take a 4-0 lead in San Diego. It just seems like every time he's able to hit a home run, if he can extend his arms on a pitch that is low, out over towards the middle, or towards the outside part of the plate, when he's in rhythm and full stride, it's great. Here's Brandon Marsh. Line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Soto gets over to it, though, pretty quickly. And Brandon Marsh, right after the first pitch to JT Realmuto, is able to come up with a hit himself. 8 of JT's home runs have been out to left field, but 4 of them have been to center. And now Edmundo Sosa is due up. The pitch outside for a ball. Sorry, Alex, I had a lot of action going on, and I got to do this. That's like the number one thing. It was a big home run. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch, that's outside for ball 2. All right, so you got Mike Trout, Babe Ruth, Sammy Sosa, Roger Clemens, Joey Bart. You got Joey Bart in your lineup? Interesting. Lance Berkman, Barry Bonds. The 2-0 pitch. That's low for ball 3. Okay, so where's everybody playing? So Trout is in center, Sosa's in left. Three balls, no strikes, and the pitch. That's a strike at the knees. And that's not 9 guys. That's 4, 5, 6, and 7. You need 2 more guys. Three balls, 1 strike to Edmundo Sosa. Hill comes set, delivers. It's outside and low for ball 4. And Tim Hill has been really struggling. So after a home run by JT, Marsh gets on with an opposite field single, and Edmundo Sosa walks. Phillies looking to add on some more runs here as Jake Cave is coming up, and Nebula is going to go out there to try to calm Tim Hill down. Taking a look at some of the out-of-town scoreboards, Arizona Diamondbacks lead at 10-5 against the Colorado Rockies. And the Toronto Blue Jays trail 5-2 against the Oakland A's. They were able to put up a lot of runs in that 7th inning last night. And when you look at the AL wild card, we haven't really been talking a whole lot about it. But that AL wild card is looking pretty good. Blue Jays currently have that 3rd wild card spot. They are tied with the Seattle Actually, they're a game behind, a half game behind the Seattle Mariners for that second spot. Jake Cave is 0 for 2 tonight. Marsh leads off at second. Sosa leads off at first base. First pitch that's fouled off of the foot of Cave, and I'll just shake that one off. Left fielder Ricky Henderson. Okay, got you. Cool. 0-1 is the count. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch. It's a called strike. Looks like it was a little bit up high, and it certainly was, according to StatCast. 0-2. The pitch by Hill. Grounder hit over to shortstop. Off the glove of Bogaerts out into left field. Soto gets it, though, and Marsh comes in to score. And that, I believe, will be an air charge to Xander Bogaerts. And it's now 5-0. Stopping over at second is Sosa. Just went underneath his glove as he was on the ground. He was in the middle of a slide and a dive. A slive. That's a single. What's up, Larry? I can't believe it. That was a big mistake by Bogaerts. He should have had it. They roll it as a single for now. I wouldn't be surprised if they changed it to an air. 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the next pitch up high and outside for ball 2. Phillies lead at 5-0. Kyle today has gotten on base all 3 times. Led off the ball game with a home run. That's the 10th leadoff home run he's had this season. The 2-0 to Schwarber. He takes it all the way for a strike. He got on base 4 times in his first 4 at-bats in the first game of this series. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kyle. The pitch to Schwarber. Fouled back. Apparently when you're asleep, the bats wake up. And they really struggled in those first 3 innings with the offense. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Schwarber. The pitch, grounder, hit softly over to second base, and the throw over to first, that's in time. Kim thought maybe he tagged the runner at second base. Did he? He did not. And that puts runners over at second and third. I didn't think Kim got the runner over. I didn't think that Kim tagged Jake Cave at all. Did he? Cave just got by. So Bob Melvin's going to go out there, and we have a pitching change. As Cosgrove's afternoon is done, we have a new pitcher. Tim Hill's day is done. And maybe Tim Cosgrove's going to come in. Okay. Paul DeJong's at shortstop. Okay, here we go. Mike Trout is at first. Babe Ruth second. All right, Mike Trout batting first. Babe Ruth batting second. Sammy Sosa batting third. Clemens fourth. Joey Bart behind the plate. Why Joey Bart? I have to ask. Why Joey Bart? Do you know him? Because that is really cool if you do. Lance Berkman. Okay. In left field. Barry Bonds in right field. Carlos Correa at shortstop. And Bobby Witt Jr. in center field. I'm building my lineup hit enter by accident. No worries, man. Here we go. Okay. What's up, Jen? How you doing, Jen? What's up, Jen? So Larry overslept, I heard. I heard that your dad overslept. That never happens. He usually is always on here and one of the first people. He is. Sometimes he'll come in during the second inning, but this is late for him. What's up, Snowman? How you doing, Snowman? Thanks for coming on here, as always. Snowman, drop the link down below. You know the drill. Guys, if you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. So, Schwarber grounded out. How about Derek Hall since August 1st with Lehigh Valley has 14 homers and 30 RBI. Yesterday in Buffalo, he actually went 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a homer. Nick Martinez will now come into the ball game for Tim Hill. He's 5-4. Earned run average is at 3.91. And he'll be on to face Alec Boehm. Boehm had a ground rule double in that top of the first inning. First pitch to Boehm, he lays it off, a curveball that's in the dirt. They do check his swing, but the appeal says no swing. Boehm's average is at 281. He's been one of their, if not the best hitter on the team with runners in scoring position. He's driven in a lot of runs. 2 runners on. Phillies lead at 5-0. The 1-0, a sinker right down Broad Street. Taken all the way for a strike. Boehm, with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, has 2 homers and 27 RBI with a 309 average. The 1-1, line drive, played on a hop by Ha-Seong Kim, and he'll throw it over to first. And that's in time. So the inning comes to an end. The Phillies do get 2 more runs, though. One on a solo blast by JT Realmuto out to right center field. And the other one on an RBI single that was delivered by Jay Cave. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Phillies lead at 5-zip. Okay. All right. Guys, we will be going on for a Phillies Post-Series recap tonight. Okay, a Phillies Post-Series podcast. Please make sure that you tune into that. Talk about the series and just give our overall thoughts. All right, so here's PAS's lineup. Okay, he has Ricky Henderson out in left field, Cal Ripken Jr. at shortstop. Right fielder is Nick Markakis. Michael Jack Schmidt batting in the cleanup spot at third base. Gary Carter is behind the plate. Mike Trout's in center field. Jeff Kent's at second base. Then you got Jeff Conine at first. And your starting pitcher is Nolan Ryan. That's a pretty good lineup. I like that. You have like a lefty-righty lineup. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Not sure if my dad overslept, but Larry overslept. I remembered. Yes. I'm so sorry. You're right. I apologize. Oh, man. Astros go for the sweep tonight versus the Rangers. Yes, please tune into that. Please tune into that game, guys. San Francisco Giants catcher in 2018. I liked him when he played. Okay. I like Joey Bart too, but it's just unfortunate that he really hasn't panned out with the Giants. The pitch that's outside. I really like Joey Bart. He's been like one of the only young players that I thought was actually going to like become the next Buster Posey. And I was wrong about him so far. 1 ball, 1 strike to Garrett Cooper. 75 pitches for Zach Wheeler as he heads out to the mound for his 5th frame of work on the hill. The 1-1 pitch outside in the dirt. Yes, I'm happy G Newt's also promoted this channel too. Please make sure that you do that. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch to Cooper. He fists this one off. Out over the shortstop, played on the bounce by Sosa. Throw to first, and that's in time. And Garrett Cooper is down. I'll go back to the dugout. He's out. Heading out now. Have a good stream, JJ. Thank you so much, Linda. Thanks for being on here. You were on here for a really long time. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. It does. Jen is my wife. Sarah is my daughter. It's confusing. When you're doing this, when you're doing this a lot and you're looking back and forth, it's a lot. First pitch to Gary Sanchez. That's outside for a ball. It is. It's so easy to forget things. Plus, I'm looking at stats as I'm doing this. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0. It's at the knees at 96 miles per hour to Gary Sanchez. Gary's 30 years old. 2-time All-Star. Back in 2017 and 2018 with the New York Yankees. Wheeler kicks, fires, and it's on the outside corner. A sweeper at 83 miles per hour for a called strike. Sanchez has 51 hits and 232 at-bats as he fouls the next pitch off. As I mentioned before, been starting to see the ball pretty well. He has 6 hits over his last, or he has gotten a hit in 6 out of the last 7 games he's played in. The 1-2 pitch, fly ball, it out to deep center field. It's carrying. Marsh goes back towards the track, reaches up, and he makes the catch and robs Gary Sanchez on a home run. What a play by Brandon Marsh. It had the height, and Marsh was just able to track it down perfectly out towards the alleyway, and he takes away a home run by Gary Sanchez. Oh, man, nice catch. Tracked it down, leaped up, and just gave everything he had. And here's Matthew Batten, who takes a ball that's outside and low. I can't believe he made that catch. The next pitch to Batten is inside for ball 2. All right, I'll read your lineup in just a few moments, CJ. Batten flied out in the third, so he's 0 for 1. The 2-0, that's a called strike. Two outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 5th. Wheeler has been pitching really well so far. The pitch, fly ball, that's hit out to right field. Castellanos takes a couple of steps in front of the track, goes over towards his left side, and he'll catch it for out number 3. But Brandon Marsh, flashing the letter. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies up 5-0. All right, let me read your lineup really quickly. All right, so we got Bryce Harper. Okay, this is for CJ. So CJ's lineup is this. It's Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, 2013 McCutchen. Okay, so he's being really specific right here. Trey Turner, prime Josh Donaldson, Bryson Stott. So that's 6 guys. Larry says that Sarah's the more annoying one, but that's pretty debatable. Well, I hope I win that contest. Because if I don't, then I have something to look forward to. No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. That's a shame, says PAS. Oh, man. Ugh. But, Jen, here's my question, okay? Here's my question to you, okay? Do you care if Sarah is the more annoying one, according to Larry? Or, would you rather be first? That's my question. No, between Jen and Sarah, not you. Okay. I'll stay out of it. I will stay out of it. Ugh. It's a big yawn right there. Guys, please hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel if you guys have not done so already. We need 2 more subscribers to get to 960. I would really love to get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. The fact that we're doing this in 8.5 months, that's pretty impressive, but we need only 42. Only 42 left. Sunny Stormy, how you doing, man? Thanks for coming on here. Here's Bryce Harper. In the first pitch, that's fouled off. I'm slightly less annoying, okay? That's... I'll get there. I'll get there. I will definitely get there. Harper had his first hit of the month in his last at-bat as he swings and misses at the next pitch. And the count is 0-2. He had a 2-run base hit his last time up. It was a double. His average now is at 294. Nick Martinez still out there on the mound. And the 0-2. It's his 6th pitch, and it's inside. There we go. Go Phillies, says my aunt. Shout out to my Aunt Janice. Thanks for coming on here, Aunt Janice. Love you. Love you so much. Martinez kicks, fires. Check swing, did he go? Third base umpire, Tom Hanahan, says no, he did not. I know that I would probably make it more annoying if I said that Kyle Schwarber still deserves to be the leadoff hitter. I'm not on that. I'm not on that anymore. But if I still did believe that, I would have to be up there. Sarah takes the cake, says Jen, as the next pitch was fouled off. But Larry is not an innocent bystander. Interesting. The pitch. Slow for ball 3. Larry says Harper was 0 for 19 in September before today. Yep, I did say that before, but I'm happy that you said that once again. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss on a changeup that was in the dirt. He was looking for a fastball and went fishing after a changeup, and Martinez gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. Eric's on here. The party can officially start now because Eric is here, guys. Eric is here. He has made his way into the JJ building. What's up, Eric? How you doing, dude? What is up? Castellanos is 1 for 2 tonight. Or this afternoon, I should say. The pitch, that's slow. It's sometimes, like, the times just throw you off because you have night games and then you have afternoon games. The pitch. Inside, way inside for ball 2. Zach Wheeler was perfect through about 3 2/3 of an inning. The 2-0 pitch that swung on and missed. He then allowed 2 base runners. It was a walk to Juan Soto and a bloop single by Manny Machado. He was able to get out of that 4th inning and is looking to go 6 strong innings. The 2-1, swing and a miss. So Martinez, who's on the mound, has thrown 14 pitches so far. Castellanos takes a very quick step off, I should say. Waka, who was 11-2 coming into today. Well, if the Padres lose, he will most likely go 11-3. The 2-2 delivery. A swing and a miss, and Castellanos strikes out on a changeup that was just above the zone. Back-to-back Ks for Nick Martinez. Two up, 2 down in the top of the 6th. And that'll bring up Bryson Stott. First pitch to Stott. He laces this one out to center field for a base hit. Grisham backhands it, and he'll throw it back towards the infield, but Bryson Stott with a 2-out single. And that is the 2nd single he's had today. Nice swing, too, on a pitch right down the middle. In case you're wondering, the Cubs did win against the Giants today, and they're now a game back for that first wild card spot. just behind the Phillies. JT Realmuto, who homered his last time up, is due up at the plate. Steps up to the batter's box, and he'll take the first pitch way up high for a ball. Sandy Alcantara just got placed on the 15-day IL, and Jorge Soler is on the 10-day IL for the Marlins with a right oblique strain. Alcantara injured his right forearm, so he will not be facing the Phillies, and I'm sure that Phillies fans are probably bummed out about that because the Phillies do pretty well overall against Sandy. Throw back to first. That's not in time. Stott dives back in there safely. 1 ball, no strikes to JT Realmuto. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Martinez kicks, fires the pitch. It's up high. Stott goes to throw the second base by Sanchez. It's not in time. He just gets his left hand in there safely. Gary Sanchez looks over at the bench coach. Are they going to challenge this? Can't see what Bob Melvin's reaction is like right now. Don't know. Stott was able. Ooh, that is close. That is absolutely close from that angle. But from the other angle that they just showed, I think he just got his hand in there. So the Padres will not challenge it. 2 balls, no strikes. Stott gets another stolen base. And the next pitch, that's taken for a strike to JT. So Bryson Stott now has 27 stolen bases on the season. Martinez looks back at second, now back to the plate, the 2-1, fouled back. And now the count is 2-2. JT in the month of September, coming into today, is 5 for 14. With 2 homers, 2 RBI, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the throw back to second to try to get Stott. It's not in time. Kim was covering the bag. He tried to tag Stott. And the count still remains at 2-2. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 2-2 pitch, low and outside for ball 3. When the count is full to JT, he is 7 for 42 this season with 3 homers and 4 RBI and a 167 batting average. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 3-2 pitch to Realmuto, down low and outside for ball 4. And JT will walk. Good at bat by Realmuto. That's the 2nd consecutive plate appearance in a row where he has reached base. Shaving the beard, quote-unquote, worked, says Larry. Phillies beating up on the Padres. Way to go. So far, again, this team was up 8-1 in the first game, guys. And they almost blew it. There's a lot left. We have a timeout called on the mound. Gary Sanchez wants to just discuss some things over with Nick Martinez. I don't know about 30 and 30, maybe. 30 homers is a lot to ask for him, I think. Maybe. Here's Brandon Marsh, who comes up to the plate and takes the first pitch up high for a ball. If you are new to the channel, like, subscribe, turn on those notification bells. Phillies scored 1 run in the top of the first on a leadoff homer by Kyle Schwarber. They got 2 runs in the top of the 4th on a 2-run double by Bryce Harper. The 0-1 to Marsh. Grounder hit over towards first base. And the tag to the bag is in plenty of time by Garrett Cooper. So the inning is over. Phillies do not get any runs as they leave 2 men on. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies still up 5-0. The Phillies did get 2 more runs, though, in the top of the 5th on a solo homer by JT Realmuto and an RBI single by Jay Cave. That's how it is, a 5-0 lead. Even if you're not new, like each time you watch. Absolutely, man. I give you this content for free. And if you guys keep coming back on here and are not pressing that like button, it's literally just one button that you have to press. That's all it is. That's all it is, guys. And that's how the algorithm works. And, like, we're not doing this. Like, yes, it's nice to get, like, more and more views. Like, that's absolutely great. But at the same time, like, what was I going to say? I had a brain freeze. Hate when that happens. But just hit that like button. That's all you got to do. And the subscribe button. I was going to do something. Oh, yes. All right. If you did just subscribe to my channel, comment who you are down below, and I'll give you a shout out. I will definitely give you a shout out. It's been a little bit quiet today. I've noticed. But it's, you know, it's an afternoon game. Very weird times. We got 43 people on here. Cool. Awesome job, guys. Just past 40. All right, Zach Wheeler in his last 3 starts has not allowed a run. Well, he hasn't allowed a run tonight. He's only allowed 4 earned runs over his last 3 starts, and he has 26 strikeouts. He's had 2 outings in a row with 10 or more strikeouts. His pitch count, if you're wondering, as we head to the bottom of the 6th, is at 86. So, wonder if he's going to be able to reach the double digits in strikeouts. It's going to be a lot to ask for. First pitch, swing and a miss. So Trent Grisham struck out in the 3rd. He's batting .203 with 12 homers this season and 43 RBI. The 0-1, inside and low for a ball. It was a slider. Only 1 hit allowed by Wheeler and 1 walk. The 1-1 off the plate. There we go. 6 strikeouts in 5 innings for Zach Wheeler so far. Can he go the distance? The 2-1 fouled back. So that makes the count tied up at 2-2. And Trent Grisham is the guy that's up at the plate, as I just mentioned. Phillies will have an off day tomorrow as they go back home, and then they'll play against the Miami Marlins this weekend in a really big series. Marlins are on a big winning streak. They've won 5 in a row coming into today. The 2-2, that's low for ball 3. Did they actually win today? Nope, they play tonight at 6:40, so they haven't won just yet. They're playing against the Dodgers. Dodgers have been struggling a little bit. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Trent Grisham. The payoff pitch popped up, hit out to shallow center field. Sosa dances around the Rosie, and he finally is able to make the catch. It's like running in circles trying to find where the ball would be, and that's how you really do know that the wind is really carrying here at Petco Park, even though I'm in South Jersey, and I say it like I'm actually at the ballpark. I'm not, guys. I hate to spoil it for you. They don't pay for my trips. First pitch, that's inside for a ball. There's Michael Lorenzen looking at the iPad. really struggled in last night's game. The pitch, way up high for ball 2. Saw an interesting stat last night, and I wanted to try to pull it up, see if I could find it. On Michael Lorenzen. The 2-0 pitch. That's outside. The 3-0. It's on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. Lorenzen last night went 6 innings, allowed 6 earned runs, 7 runs total on 8 hits. Wheeler kicks, deals the pitch, way inside. That's the second walk allowed today. When Wheeler gets a 5-run lead, in his career he's 42-0. With the Phillies, he's 17-0. And now Fernando Tatis Jr. will come on up. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And the first pitch, he takes it inside for a ball. Phillies up 5-0 in the series finale against the San Diego Padres. They won the first game of the series by a score of 9-7 and lost late last night 8-0 and got blanked. The 1-0. It's called a strike on the outside corner by Nestor Seja. Who's excited for football? Comment down below. I cannot wait for football Sunday. The 1-1, grounder, chopped foul. Tomorrow I'm putting in a very long day, getting the setup ready for Sunday and also studying, because I got to study the whole 53-man roster for both teams. 1-2 is the count. 100 pitches by Wheeler. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out on a sweeper at 83 miles per hour, just below the strike zone. Certainly fooled Fernando Tatis Jr. And now Jeff Hoffman is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. This will probably be the last batter, I assume. Juan Soto's up. Throw back to first. Oh, man. That was a little crazy. Camera had to zoom all the way out. First base camera operator that was supposed to cover first base was out in the bullpen and just had to pan all the way to the left. The pitch. It's on the inside corner for a strike. I've been in those situations before where a director was telling me, nope, I need you to be like over at first base. You know, but then, like, I need you to cover the bullpen, too, you know? But, like, that's, like, when you're not on. You know, you have, like, a red light that indicates if you're on or not. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Juan Soto. Swing and a miss. Upstairs at 95 miles per hour. Zach has thrown 65 strikes on 103 pitches so far. And he's looking to get another strikeout. Soto will call for time, though. Tonight he's 0 for 1. He walked his last time up, which was in the 4th inning. No balls, 2 strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Wheeler gets set above the belt. And the pitch, a curveball downstairs. And also inside, too. Juan didn't have the sunglasses on before, but I guess he decided, you know what, I could use them right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch, grounder, underneath the glove of Harper, but backed up by Stott, the throw to first, that's in time. Good job by Bryson Stott just to stay behind Harper on that play. They were playing him to pull over towards that first base side, And Bryson Stott just saved Bryce Harper's bacon as we go to the top of the 7th inning. No runs, 1 man left. Phillies up 5-0. Okay. It is 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time, guys. This game is 2 hours and 5 minutes old. All right. If you're new to the channel, first of all, like and subscribe. We need 2 more subscribers to get to the 960 mark. We're on the road to 1,000. We've been doing this for 8.5 months. We do Phillies baseball, 76ers basketball, Flyers hockey, Patriots football. All right. And we will have our Phillies post-series recap podcast tonight. It'll be at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. All right. I want to know, okay, well, we go to the, okay, I'm sorry. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Let me get my thoughts together. It's time for Phillies trivia. Okay. If you are new to the channel, what we do in the top of the 7th inning is we ask a Phillies trivia question. If you get the question correct, you'll hear this. If the question is wrong, you'll hear this. Okay. All you got to do, I ask the question. You write your answers down below. And when we go to the bottom of the 7th, we go through each and every one of your answers in order. And we review the answers. Okay? And that's how we do Phillies trivia. All right. So, there it is. I want to know, how many Cy Young Awards did Phillies great Steve Carlton win? And a bonus, what years? What years did he win the Cy Young Award? The pitch to Sosa, ground ball, hit over towards third base, diving stop by Batten, throw over to first, across the diamond, that's in time. Nice play by Matt Batten. It was a rocket hit over towards that third base side, and Batten just took away a base hit from Edmundo Sosa. So the question again, how many Cy Young Awards did Steve Carlton win? And bonus is, what years did he win those awards? We also still have people filing in, talking about their lineups. If you guys have not done so already, please do that too. Who would your starting lineup be? And where would they play? 1 ball, 1 strike to Jake Cave. 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Nick Martinez is still out there for technically his 3rd inning of work. He's really went 1 2/3 of an inning. But it's his 3rd different inning. 1-2 is the count. The pitch, foul ball. All right, so Chris Adams, his lineup is Steve Carlton. Okay, as his pitcher. He has Ozzie Smith at shortstop, Tony Gwynn in right field. The 1-2, swing and a miss. And Jake Cave strikes out. There's 2 gone. It's the 3rd strikeout for Nick Martinez. 2 away in the top of the 7th. So it's Ozzie Smith, Tony Gwynn, Chase Utley at second. Ken Griffey Jr. is batting in the cleanup spot, out in dead center field. Then the left fielder is Ted Williams. Jim Tomey's at first. Frank Thomas at DH. Is that Wade Boggs at third base? And Darren Dalton behind the plate. I'm still getting used to some of these players. Some of these old-timers. Wade Boggs, is that correct? 2 outs in the top of the 7th. And the pitch inside for a ball. And again, don't forget to answer the Phillies trivia question. Larry, you're trolling. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch outside for ball 2. Good. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. Two balls, no strikes, and the pitch. It's at the knees. A curveball at 82 miles per hour. Kyle Schwarber is up at the plate. He's 2 for 3. Had a leadoff home run to start off the game. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. I gotta tell you, Martinez, just from watching him pitch, it seems like that he does a good job at attacking the strike zone and getting out in front in the counts. 2-2. That's fouled back. The Diamondbacks lead now 11-5 at home against the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies will actually play the Giants this weekend, who are also fighting for that final wild card spot. The 2-2 delivery on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. And Kyle Schwarber not agreeing with Nestor Seja, but it was a strike. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Padres getting blanked so far as the Phillies lead at 5-0. Okay. Once again. All right. Phillies trivia question, guys. We're going to reveal the answer, but I'm going to ask it one more time. How many Cy Young Awards did Steve Carlton win? And what years did he win those Cy Young Awards? That's the bonus part of this question, guys. I'll give you 10 more seconds. I'll be generous. I usually say 5 seconds, and it does turn into 10 seconds, but maybe this will turn in. Maybe it'll turn into 20 seconds. I don't know. If you guys have answered, though, hit the subscribe button. Algo people, do your thing. You know what you got to do. You know what I'm going to tell you. Okay. And Larry, I'll get to your lineup in just a little bit after we answer the Phillies trivia question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Chris Adams says 6. Incorrect. 4 says Albert. But it's a guess, so not sure if the years plus, not sure if it was all with the Phillies. Well, you guessed correctly, Albert, and you won the Phillies trivia question. You did. That is correct. He won 4 Cy Youngs. And what year was the bonus question, or what years did he win? 72, 77, 80, and 82. That's when he won the Cy Youngs. Thank you for playing Phillies trivia with JJ. Appreciate it. All right. Sir Anthony Dominguez is coming on in relief for Zach Wheeler. As his night is done, he went 6 innings and had 105 pitches. He was really good tonight. Only gave up a couple of hits. Just 1 hit. Couple of base runners, though. Allowed 2 walks. Larry, stop. Dominguez has gone 47 games this season. There's a 4-3 record. And Machado will foul off the first pitch in this at-bat to start off the bottom of the 7th. Manny batting .253. His 79 runs batted in. His 26 long balls this season. The 0-1 grounder, diving stop by Bohm, gets back up, on his feet, throws over to first, dug out by Harper. Just in time. From corner to corner, the Phillies get the first out of the inning. Just scooped it up on the ground, got back up, fired a cannon over to first, and Harper just dug that thing out. As if he's been playing first base throughout his entire career. Here's Xander Bogaerts, who takes a strike. That's at the knees. Xander, after getting 4 hits last night. He's 0 for 2 this afternoon. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1, it's low for ball 1. I believe so, yes. Yes. The 1-1 to Xander popped up, hit out to shallow left center field. Sosa calls off Bohm, and he's there to make the catch without the sunglasses on. Lots of sunshine out in that left field area. There are a couple of shadows, though, right by third base, which is a little bit odd. Scott Barlow will be warming up in the Padres bullpen, and they'll pitch the top of the 8th inning. Here's Garrett Cooper. So now Bogarts is 0 for 3. Cooper, check swing, went around on the first pitch. They did appeal, and Honora says yes, he did go. Cooper did strike out. His first time up. The 0-1, swing and a miss once again. Dominguez with 7 pitches in just this inning so far. 2 outs, base is empty. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies up 5-zip against the Padres. The 0-2 delivery off the plate. Larry says Nick Bosa signs for $30 million for 5 years. $170 million total. Up to $170 million total? Because 30 times 5 is 150. The 1-2, it's low for ball 2. There's that endorsements as well. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dominguez kicks, deals, and it's inside. The count is now full. It was a 0-2 count. And the 3-2 pitch popped up again towards the infield. Going over towards the mound is Sosa. Calls everyone off, and he's there to make the catch. Not an easy play, as everybody was coming in towards the mound, gathering themselves, and Sosa was like, I got it. And the inning is over. 1-2-3, go the Padres. Sir Anthony Dominguez pitches less than 10 pitches and does a pretty good job at getting out of that. Top of the 8th we go. 30.5, says Larry, I think. Okay. Well, let me know, because 30 for 5 years is 150, so definitely let me know about that. Maybe it's up to 170. Was your report Adam Schefter? 32. That sounds right. 32 for 170 mil. That sounds right. No, that's 160. It would have to be 34 for 170. There we go. That would have to be 34. They used to call me the human calculator when I was in elementary school, guys. That was my nickname. Cheers to that. Okay. That's also true, Albert. Incentives could also be a thing. Probably is incentives. Padres only have 1 hit today, thanks to Zach Wheeler and Sir Anthony Dominguez. Phillies have had a couple of long balls, one from Kyle Schwarber, the other one from JT. JT almost had 2. It was a nice catch, though, by Juan Soto. $34 million yearly average, 122 Okay, got you. Got you. Here's Al Bohm. And he'll take a strike at the knees. So Scott Barlow is pitching. The 0-1 swing and a miss on a slider. That comes in at 86 miles per hour. So Scott has a 4.95 ERA. It's not a save situation, but he has been their closer. He's 13 for 16 in save opportunities. And again, this is not a save opportunity. The 0-2. That's outside and low. One ball, two strikes. And the next pitch, that's fouled off. So wait, so the Vikings are going to pay me? No, I'm kidding. Oh, man. Is Paul giving up play-by-play? Is that what they're going to do? I like Paul. Paul's a good announcer. Sometimes, though, it kind of does rub me off the wrong way when you are too much of a homer, you know? I don't like to show too much bias when I do this. One ball, two strikes. And the next one, that's outside. So J.J. Watt and TJ could be teammates. Wow. That's cool. Paul's going to do it till he dies. Yes. Paul Allen, man. 2-2 pitch by Barlow. It's low for ball three. Bryce Harper is in the on-deck circle. Bone batting second this afternoon. The lineup has really shifted because Trey Turner went on the paternity list. Payoff pitch. Strike three called on a fastball right down Broad Street. And Bohm will head back over to the Phillies dugout. I thought he was going to go after it, and it looked like it was a good pitch to hit, and he is not happy with himself. Just let it go. Harper walked, doubled, and has 2 RBI today. Takes the first pitch inside for a ball. His 2-run double was his first hit of the month, which is pretty hard to believe. 1-0 is the count to Bryce. The pitch by Barlow. Curveball on the outside corner. Go Red, says Carter. What's going on, man? How you doing? Thanks for coming on here, Carter. I have a funny story to tell you. The 1-1 pitch, swinging the fly ball, hit out to left field. It's not that deep, though. Soto is there to make the catch, and he didn't even have to move a muscle. Harper thought he had it, but just not enough. So, Carter, are you a fan of, oh my gosh. Why am I blanking out on his name right now? Are you kidding me? Castellanos up at the plate. The first pitch, that's fouled off. Oh my gosh. Why am I literally having the brain fart? This is not good, guys. Are you a fan of John Sadak? That's my question. The 0-1. Fly ball, hit out to shallow center field. Grisham on the run towards home plate, and he catches it with a leather high for out number 3. Phillies go down in order as the side is retired, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-0 Phils. Donna, oh, you're answering the trivia question? 3, 75, 76, and 68? No, that's incorrect. Nope, that's incorrect. So the answer was 4. Okay. It was actually 72, 77, 80, and 82. That's when he won. Guys, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We need 42 more subscribers to get to 1,000, guys. We need 2 more to get to 960. What are you guys waiting for? If you enjoy this content, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll give you a shout-out and a proper introduction to the Play-by-Play with JJ community. That's what we do on here, guys. We're very open, we're very welcoming, and we love all different types of people. We're very inclusive on here. And we have a nice fan club. And it's not just a fan club, it's a family. It is a family. Okay, what inning are we going to? Bottom of the 8th? Yes. Ugh. After this inning, I'm going to stretch. I will definitely stretch. It is 6:36 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you guys did miss it, I want you guys to tell me who your all-time lineup would be from start to bottom. All right? Here's mine. I don't think a lot of people heard mine because we had people that were not when I asked the question. So mine is Ichiro batting in the leadoff spot, Shohei Ohtani batting second, Mike Trout hitting third, Willie Mays hitting fourth, then we got J-Roll fifth, Arenado sixth, Utley seventh, and then eighth is Yogi Berra, and then we got Albert Pujols batting ninth. So Ichiro's out in right field. Ohtani is the DH. In left field, I got Mike Trout. In center, it's Mays. Shortstop is Rollins. Third base, Arenado. Second base, Utley. Berra behind the plate, and Pujols at first. It's a pretty stacked lineup. First pitch to Gary Sanchez. Takes it inside for a ball. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sanchez 0 for 2 this afternoon so far. The 1-0. That's up high. So Jeff Hoffman is on the mound. He's pitched in 42 games this season. He's 3-2 with 58 strikeouts in 43 1/3 of an inning. Has 3 homers allowed and a 164 opponent batting average against. The 2-0 downstairs. I don't know, man. I don't know about the Flyers trading Carter Hart. They have to find the right trade package. 3-0 pitch. Fastball at 98 miles per hour. That's taken for a strike. I really haven't been in tune with what the trade rumors are. If there are any sort of trade rumors for Carter Hart. Haven't really heard anything from Jordan Hall. 3-1 pitch. It hits him. Hits him right near the hands. And Sanchez will be rewarded first base. Padres only have 1 hit this afternoon, but 4 base runners. It's the first time that they've gotten the leadoff man aboard. Excuse me. If you are interested in becoming a mod for the channel, please let me know, okay? Because I would really like to know, and I need people, as we continue to grow, guys, I need more and more people to actually, monitor the chat. Make sure that people are not spoiling things. Put people in timeouts if they're not following rules, if they're not being nice, if they're arguing, not keeping the chat clean. I need more people. I need more help because I can't be doing that as I'm calling the game. So, and not everybody can be on here at the same time. So, if you are interested in becoming a mod for this chat, hit me up on Discord. Let me know. I will change the Discord link in the description. Don't go to that one. Go to the LINKTREE, which is pinned at the very top. All right? And DM me on Discord. Here comes Campusano, who started last night. And he takes the first pitch in this at-bat for a strike. If we're talking about, international, AAA players, he would have to be up there. Because if he was in AAA, he probably would have won the MVP. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Campusano played in last night's game. No balls, 2 strikes. Hoffman delivers from the stretch. The pitch, outside and low. Campusano is 24 years old. He's hitting .309 this season with 5 homers, 18 RBI. Went 2 for 4 in last night's game with 3 RBI. 1-2. And Hoffman kicks, fires from the belt. The pitch, fouled back. Got an Eagles fan out in San Diego. I don't know why. I thought it was kind of looked a little bit like Aaron Nola. I thought. I was like, there's no way that's Austin or Aaron. Hoffman kicks, deals, and he gets the called third strike. It was a little bit low, but Nestor Seja, who's been consistent with those types of calls, is able to give that one to Hoffman. He sold him. It was a good pitch regardless, but it was a little bit low. Let's get to the 50 like mark, guys. Givanus is right. The pitch by Hoffman. It's on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. Here's Trent Grisham, who was struck out and popped out today. Popped out over to first base. His last time up. 0-1 is the count. Hoffman kicks, fires. It's outside. Red Sox and Rays just got started, and the Dodgers and the Marlins. That game is just underway, too. Marlins are on a 5-game winning streak. 1 ball and 1 strike to Trent Grisham. Hoffman with the pitch outside. Now that is a cool shirt. October Rise. I've never seen that Phillies shirt from last year, but I love that. That's cool. Two and one is the count. Hoffman kicks, steals the next pitch. That's fouled back. So now there's shadows towards the third base side, and now they're coming out to the mound too. Two and two. And the pitch. Outside and high. 50 likes and 960 subs. And a 9th inning home run. Sounds like a dream. I like that. You got to dream. Got to dream and reach for the stars. If you want to reach the stars. The payoff pitch by Hoffman. Fouled back on a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Sometimes, I think that what's really important also when we're doing this is, and I have to keep reminding myself that sometimes, like when the ball was hit, people are curious as to what pitch it was. And I don't like looking at the scoreboard app because since we're behind, that's a spoiler. 3-2 pitch. Low and inside for ball 4, and Grisham will walk his way over to first base. So Hoffman, who's thrown 17 pitches in this bottom of the 8th inning so far, has allowed a couple of base runners, and here's Caleb Cotham, who will try to just make sure that he's all right and go over some strategies here. Phillies bullpen has been a really big talking point in this month of September so far. They have really, just overall, have not done such a good job at putting opponents away. And the Phillies offensively have had to come from behind a lot of times. And thank goodness that the offense is overall, besides last night, has been doing a pretty good job. Because the bullpen was the bread and butter throughout the first half of this season. And throughout July, too. And this is the first time, wonder if it's fatigue or what it is, but it's just something to just continue to keep your eye out on. Because the Phillies cannot have a downfall this month. The September collapses have been an actual thing. And hopefully they're able to not have a collapse this month. Conversation is over. Ha-Seong Kim is up at the plate. Sanchez leads off at second. Grisham's at first. Hoffman kicks and deals the pitch outside and low. Kim had a couple of RBI base hits in the first game of the series. This afternoon he's 0 for 2. The 1-0 low. Hoffman's just having a hard time now trying to find the strike zone. Jose Alvarado, forgot to mention, is getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen. Probably face Juan Soto. 2-0 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. They probably want that lefty-on-lefty matchup, if I know Rob Thompson. The 2-1 offering by Hoffman. Swing and a miss. The slider was at the knees. And Ha-Seong Kim went chasing after it. Certainly got fooled, and I liked that pitch that Hoffman was able to throw because it just had a lot of topspin on it. 2-2 is the count. The pitch. Slider in the dirt. And the count is full. One gone in the bottom of the 8th inning. Fernando Tatis Jr., who is 0 for 3 today, waits in the on-deck circle. Payoff pitch to Kim. Swing and a miss. Slider that is just held on by JT. It was a foul tip into the glove. But Kim does strike out. And Hoffman gets a big out there. I kind of figured he was going to go with another slider, but this time he goes with it on the inside corner. So he goes from low over the center of the plate, and then he just goes with something on the inside corner. Here's another slider that Fernando Tatis Jr. will take on the inside corner at 87 miles per hour for a called strike. He's 0 for 3, grounded out, flied out, and struck out. Sanchez at second, Grisham at first. 2 away in the bottom of the 8th. The 0-1 delivery. Popped up, out towards the mound. Actually comes back in towards the home plate side, and JT gets under it, and he just makes the catch. And the inning comes to an end. Go to the top of the 9th inning. Got a little bit scary, but Jeff Hoffman worked his way out of it. We go to the top of the 9th. We're going to take a very quick step off. I'll be right back in just a few moments. Phillies up 5-0. See you soon. Okay, cool. Here we go. All right, guys, if you are new to the channel, my name is Jason Harrison Joseph. Okay? This is play-by-play with JJ. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn on those notification bell icons. Just 3 things that I ask you to do on here. And that's if you enjoy this cast. Excuse me. I encourage you all to do that. We need 42 more subscribers to get to our 1,000 mark, guys. Have not decided yet as to what we're going to do when we reach 1,000, but I'm just happy that we're doing this. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I've been calling games for college and professional stuff over the last 3.5 years. I called games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, and also for the Delaware Bluecoats, who are the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. Bryson Stott will lead off the top of the 9th, taking on Luis Garcia. And the first pitch he sees is low. There's Fernando Tatis Jr., who slides over to first base. Behind the plate is Campusano. Don't know who's in the outfield now for Tatis Jr., but I'll see in just a few moments. The 1-0 pitch, inside for ball 2. Ha-Seong Kim goes over to shortstop, I believe. That's what they're showing. 2-0 is the count to Stott. The pitch on the outside corner. So Tatis Jr. actually goes over to second base. I beg your pardon. Campusano's now catching. And the 2-1. It's at the knees. And the count is 2-2. So Azolkar is out in right field. The pitch. Low for ball 3. All Phillies starters do have a hit today. That is correct. Full count to Bryson Stott. Payoff pitch way outside, and Garcia allows a walk to Bryson Stott. That's how we start off the top of the 9th. Another good at-bat for Bryson. It's currently 76 degrees out in San Diego, California. Padres, well, they have G-Man Choi on the 10-day IL. Drew Pomeranz got placed on the 60-day IL on September 3rd. So he's done for the season. Comes JT with a solo homer out to center field. He's 1 for 3 with a walk as well. The 0-1 pitch. 98 miles per hour right down the pipe. And JT looks at that one. And he's behind 0-2 here. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, low for ball 1. Alvarado was warming up in the bullpen in the 8th inning, so I believe it's just going to be Jose. One ball, 2 strikes. Garcia with the pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Soto plays it on a couple of hops. And there's back-to-back base runners for the Phillies. Good swing by JT. Didn't want to do too much with that pitch. All he wanted to do was just, stay on top of it and just time it really well. He hit it really sharply. Marsh singled back in the 5th inning. He has struck out looking and also struck out swinging. Struck out singing. Garcia gets set just below the belt, fires, throws a slider. That's in there for a strike. The Padres, after this series is done, the Phillies will be playing the Marlins, and they go back home. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Padres, well, they will be taking on they're going to be taking on the Houston Astros in Houston, and then they play against the Dodgers in L.A. The 0-2 pitch, another swing and a miss. Padres have an off day tomorrow as well. Blake Snell will be going up against Hunter Brown on Friday night, so that should be an interesting matchup. The pitch, strike 3 called on the upper third of the zone. And Brandon Marsh has a hat trick of strikeouts this afternoon. And there's one away. Stop. For those of you that didn't see, as the first pitch to Sosa is on the inside corner. Larry was laughing at my comment when I slipped up and said struck out singing instead of swinging. And his comment is the 0-1. It's grounded over to shortstop. Bogarts has it, flips it over to second for 1, and Tatis Jr. drops it, but the out is recorded at second base. It was in the transition from the catch to the throw. He bobbled it, and it slipped out of his hand. So that puts runners at the corners. So Larry said, quote, "Take me out to the ball. Damn, struck out swinging." Oh, man. In that case, he struck out looking, but yes. That would have been really funny if you were typing it and you didn't know what the result was going to be and you called it. But yes. What's up, young Shizzy? Haven't seen you all day. Thanks for coming on. Here's J.K. If it was 1 for 4 today. Had a hit in last night's game, too. Only 3 hits for the Phillies last night. They've times that by 4 today. The pitch. It's a strike. Oh, 1 is the count. Garcia gets set below the belt. And the 0-1 pitch that swung on and missed. So that makes the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the 0-2 delivery bounces in front of Campusano. It was low. And in the dirt. Garcia has a 4.13 earned run average. 47 Ks. And 49 hits allowed. And 52.1 innings of work. The 1-2 offering. You just laid that one off, Jake Cave. And it's downstairs. Just in time for the W. Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, Larry. Can't be doing that. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jake Cave. The next pitch, it's just fouled off the knob of the bat. The pitch was inside. Matt Strom and Andrew Bellotti are getting loosened up in the Phillies' pen. So they got a lefty and a righty. The 2-2 to Cave. Off the plate for ball 3. Says the person the other week that just said, "You just jinxed us." Payoff pitch to Cave. Grounder hit over to second base. Tatis Jr. has it. Throws over towards first. And Cooper is able to get it and tag the bag for out number 3. All right, last chance for the Padres. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Phillies up 5-0. Okay. Ugh. Man, oh man. I hope you're all doing well. I really do. Larry says he doesn't believe in jinxes. Literally says to me like 2 weeks ago, you just jinxed us. You did. I do remember that you said that. What a liar. I will say, guys, if you want to come on for the Phillies Post-Series podcast tonight, we'll be going on at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, please come on, give your thoughts about the Phillies. We're just talking Phillies, okay? Not talking about anything else. We're not talking about Patriots. We're not talking about Flyers. We're not talking about any other team around majors. We're just talking straight Phillies. So if you come on, and if I hear you talking about, another team, I'm gonna have to end the call really quickly. So I'm just saying, unless it's appropriate, Unless it's like, did you see this former Phillies pitcher pitched today? Thought that was really cool and that you should know that. You know what I mean? Like, if it makes sense, that's fine. Only Phillies here, bud. Okay. All right. Well, we have sometimes people we have come on, and I don't like, I don't want to single anybody out or single people out. But sometimes we do have people that come on that just want to talk about baseball or just talk about other stuff. So, come on. Give your phone calls. Give your thoughts on the team. Make them short and quick. Only going to do 2-minute calls. Really, really quick. You're going to come on and talk Vikings, says Larry. I will literally get you off if you do that. I'm not even joking. I'm really not. Because I want to come up with a routine here, guys. Eventually, I would like to get a little hotline so that people can just call in and do kind of what Broads does. Just haven't been able to figure that out, and I haven't had time. But if you guys know of something, if you have interesting ideas that you'd be interested in helping out with, please let me know, okay? I'm all for ideas. I know I need a banner. I had somebody else that was going to work on it and hasn't really been following through. So if you're really good at graphics, please let me know. And I'd love to have you, do banners or, if you're interested in social media or just helping out with the channel, please just reach out to me. If you want to be a mod for the channel, reach out to me too. Here's Juan Soto. The 0-1 pitch. That's fouled back. Just came back from break. The count is now 0-2. Young Shizzy emailed me. I just graduated with film for my bachelor's degree. Oh, that's so cool, man. Yes. No balls, 2 strikes. I definitely want a mod. Just upgrade it to a... Oh, dude, of course. No, DM me. DM me on Discord. Okay, the link is in the LINKTREE. Do not click the link in the description. Or just email me. That's in the description. So... No balls, 2 strikes, the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. And the Padres have 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. Phillies trying to give the Padres a taste of their own medicine as to what happened to them last night. The last time that the Phillies had pitched a one-hitter was on April 3rd of 2021 against the Atlanta Braves. Who ended up going on to win the World Series that year. Machado is 1 for 3. He singled in the 4th, so Matt Strahm is the one that's out on the mound. The count is 0-1. 3 seconds are left on the way upstairs. That is really impressive, dude. Please hit me up. Please email me. Where the podcast going to be? It's going to be on here, dude. You can, if you want to give your thoughts, come on the Discord server. The 1-1 pitch. It's a strike right down the middle. if you want to give your thoughts and if you want to chime in and talk Phillies, you can join the Discord server. The 1-2 pitch, up high for ball 2. But again, we're not talking about anything else. It's just straight up Phillies. Tomorrow, I actually will be doing a Patriots pregame podcast because the Phillies have an off day tomorrow, and that's the perfect time to do it. I might have a guest come on with me too. The 2-2, that's fouled back, and Machado just stays alive. So Matt Strahm, who was on the mound for the Phillies, he's already retired the first batter. That was Juan Soto. He's in there to pitch the 9th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Manny Machado. And the 2-2, fly ball, hit out to left field. Marsh tracks it down and he'll make the catch in left for out number 2. And the Padres are down to their final out. And the Phillies are 1 out away from not only blanking the Padres, but also taking the series. Strahm has a 3.23 ERA, 97 Ks, and a 1.04 whip. Last batter is Xander Bogaerts, potentially. It's all up to him. First pitch by Strahm. It's a fastball, up high. Bogaerts 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a pop-out. Hitting .270 with 16 homers and 48 RBI. The 1-0. Inside corner, fastball at 93 for a strike. It's in the description, young Shizzy. It's in the description. Larry, if you can't find it, can you, copy and paste it? Because I can't type it out now. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder hit into left center field, and Rojas is able to get over to it. The throw over to second, that's not in time. Marsh kind of slowed up a little bit. He was trying to go over towards the ball and was thinking about backhanding it, but then slowed down. I don't know why. Maybe he just didn't see it properly. I don't know. But that should have just been a single. But instead it's a double, and Garrett Cooper's coming up. He is struck out, grounded out, and popped out. So Bogaerts keeps his little hitting streak alive. And Cooper takes the first pitch. Just lays it off for ball 1. Got you. All right, cool. Thank you. Cool. 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. 1 ball, no strikes to Garrett Cooper. Strahm looks back at second. Now back to the plate. And the 1-0, swing and a miss. That was a good high cheese fastball. Cooper lifetime against Strahm is 2 for 4 with a solo homer. And both times he got out, he struck out. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. There goes the shutout as Bogaerts will come in to score. Marsh does play it on a bounce. And it's an RBI single by Garrett Cooper. Looked like it was just a hanging slider. Just missed its spot. That was out over the middle of the plate. It was supposed to be down. Jose Azocar is coming up. So the Padres, not done yet. Still 2 outs, though, in the bottom of the 9th. They're down by 4 now. The pitch, swing and a miss. And now Craig Kimbrell is going to get loosened up in the Phillies bullpen, just in case it becomes a save situation. No balls and 1 strike, and the 0-1, that's low, and in the dirt. Azocar is pinch hitting for Gary Sanchez. He's playing right field as Tatis Jr. slid over to second base. The 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on a slider at 84. The Padres, they are down to their final strike at Petco Park. Phillies will play on Friday night against the Miami Marlins. First pitch at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time. The 1-2 by Strom fouled off. Well, Strom definitely threw as fast of a fastball as he possibly could there at 93. And it almost whizzed by Azekar, but at the very last millisecond, he just got a piece. We'll do it again. Strom looks back at first, now back to the plate. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. The fastball was high, and Azekar chased after it. The Phillies win the series in San Diego, and they beat the Padres 5-1. They shut out the Padres in 8 2/3 of the game. But the most important thing is that they got the dub. Michael Wacha gets charged with his third loss of the season, and Zach Wheeler gets himself the win. And the more important thing is that the Phillies are still a game and a half above the Chicago Cubs. Cubs did win against the Giants earlier today, so they did not gain any ground against the Phillies. Bryce Harper got a big 2-run double, and the Phillies are now technically 42-20 at Petco Park since 2004. And they really just needed to come out here today and just make a statement, and they did. And that's why you got to be satisfied with what they were able to do. Zach Wheeler was great. 3 hits total for the Padres today. One of them was allowed by Zach Wheeler, who had 105 pitches, and he looked very dominant on the mound. The 2 through 5 hitters last night for the Padres were really raking off against the Phillies and their pitching staff. It was not pretty whatsoever. But today, this afternoon, it was really just such a different story. It really was. Kyle Schwarber is the player of the game. He had the leadoff homer back in the top of the first inning, his 10th of the season. That was really big as well. So the Phillies win once again by a final score of 5-1. They're now 77-62. Meanwhile, the Padres fall to 66-75. So they finished this road trip just under a game of 500. They finished at 500 because they end up winning the series against the Padres. So they split this road trip. They won 3 and lost 3. So that's another thing to talk about as well. All right. So, Giants and D-backs won, Reds down 2-1. 3-3 road trip, which is not really so bad. Blue Jays lost 5-2. Womp womp. Sorry about that, Dallas. Apologize. So as I mentioned before, last night, the 2 through 5 hitters for the Padres ended up getting what was 7 hits in 11 at-bats. This afternoon, it's a little bit of a different story. It really was. So between Soto, Tatis Jr., Machado, and Bogarts today, well, Phillies were able to do a really good job. They just went 2 for 15 today with no RBI. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap things up. I'm Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. All right, I'll catch you all tonight. Please come on and give your thoughts for the Phillies post-series recap podcast as we talk about the Phillies and how they did in this series. I would love to hear your thoughts. Join the Discord server. The link to that is in the LINKTREE, which is pinned at the very top of the live chat. Okay, click on that. If you would like to donate to the channel, If you really liked what I did today, you can also do that as well. Leave a super chat down below if you would really like to. And then the other thing is, if you want to become a mod for this channel, again, reach out to me on Discord. Or if you have any other ideas of stuff that we can implement on this channel, if you want to help out in any way, shape, or form, please reach out to me. Email me or DM me on Discord. All right? Good night. I'll see you all at 10 o'clock. We'll be on for a Phillies post-series recap. Lila Tov, and good night, everybody. Love you. Peace.